Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. Mike, one of the senior developers at 11th Hour Games, held his normal Friday Q&A live stream on Twitch, which means I get to bring you Dev Chat 149. As always, Mike answered lots of great questions from the community and gave us a glimpse at the September 19th event, and we are going to get to all of it. But first, huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, a new partner to Action RPG, and of course that is the Crimson Market. I like to describe the Crimson Market as a modern day gaming club that has some of the coolest tech for Action RPG trade on their website and on their Discord. But another very cool thing about the Crimson Market, yes, they build a custom Action RPG PC every single month. And they have made a Last Epoch PC previously, and they are working on a new Last Epoch PC. And these are normally given away live on either Rax or Woody's stream. The next giveaway is coming in 14 days, and this would be on Rax's stream. There's multiple tiers for entry, but if you just want to check out the Crimson Market, right now they offer the golden ticket to enter the club free, 30 days royal free. First link in the description if you want to check it out. And thank you to the Crimson Market for sponsoring today's video. All right, let's jump into this. Mike clears the air on the first question on how the September 19th event will work. At first, we thought maybe it was going to be through the campaign, but then we found out this.
Okay, and saying they're echoes only. Okay, so endgame. No campaign. I guess that makes sense the way they have to happen, because otherwise we'd have to have spawners put in place for every zone. Yeah, that would have been too much work.
Event, reward, cycle, and legacy?
Do we have to play the cycle refresh to qualify for the event reward, or can I continue playing my legacy character? You can continue playing your legacy character. I believe the reward, I actually don't know what the reward is. I'm assuming based on the way it's worded that it's going to be a cosmetic reward, which means online only. But I don't think you need to, I know you don't need to play in the cycle to get access to it.
Now let's talk dungeon updates.
Does dungeon quality of life work? I don't think you guys mentioned about it in the forums. Yeah, it's not a gigantic change yet. And so that'll be coming in with the patch notes.
And I will be covering the patch notes on the 17th.
There's sort of the first wave that we've really wanted to get into to clean up some stuff, and just make the process a little bit more smooth. And then we've got some bigger changes coming as well after that. We pulled out, what do I know we've done for sure? Like we cut off some chunks of the dungeons, so like the zones are physically just smaller, so there's less space to check in general. I know we have removed the percentage of blockers that show, like the rate that the blockers show up at, so you'll go through smoother. And here's where we get into the did we add that or not point of the changes that are coming.
All in all, they're going to be better. Now for these next questions, I just quickly want to say that I did not ask anybody to ask these questions, and I didn't ask these questions. But as most of you know, my current #1 issue as a content creator and streamer is the confusion that the community has around the naming of cycles and the numbers that they put with said cycles. And Mike got asked this 3 times. Listen to this.
Guys, abandon the 1.2, 1.3 labels and go to a cycle 2, 3, or season. Everyone I talk to is beyond confused with patch 1.2, 1.3 moniker. Yeah, it is a little confusing. I think it would have been fine if we managed to kind of just stick with the numbering scheme, because once there was a pattern, it would be easy to see the pattern. I think I don't think we have any specific plans to change it right now, but I see where you're coming from, and I do agree there's a problem there because it is confusing.
Which led to,
all right, with 1.2 being partially merged with 1.3, would be a great opportunity to finally match the cycle number 3 and the patch number 1.3. Any chance this is happening so the confusion is taken care of? That's not a bad idea. It does cause the problem of like, what happened to 1.2, right? Because the next patch is going to be 1.2, and it's kind of going to be the 4th cycle. You know, like, so it's they're going to be even farther split now. Which might fix the problem on its own. I don't think it will, though. I think something needs to be done about it.
Lastly,
1.2 and 1.3 merged into cycle 3. 1.0 equals cycle 1, 1.1 equals cycle 2. As easy it is, and from now we don't look back. I mean, yeah, that would require us to skip patch 1.2. Which might be the lesser of two evils, you know? I'm not saying that's a terrible idea, but I think that's the big opposition it would come up against.
For anybody that can take a deep breath and just be honest with the situation, okay? Cycle sounds cool. Epoch sound cool. It is a cool name, okay? But when it comes to the grand scheme of action RPGs, like just think of your friends or people that don't follow as closely, what is more well known? This is where we're currently at. The next update is Cycle 1.2. So if you told your friends, hey, are you guys excited for Last Epoch? Cycle 1.2 is coming, right? Or if you told them, hey guys or gals, Season 3 is dropping for Last Epoch. You know as well as I know which one's going to draw the people in. Now let's talk Boss Ward.
Do you and the team feel about the new Boss Ward tuning? Do you feel the discrepancy of health going down is too great between health and ward? I think it's tricky. I think that a greater variance from boss to boss would be good at this point. That's where I'm leaning myself. It is a difficult thing to answer though, because you are I think, okay, so overall, I think wildly positive change compared to where we were before about the hidden boss CR system. I think it is wildly positive. So I think we are significantly stepping in the right direction. It's not perfect yet. I'd really like to see some tweaks to it to fine tune it. And I think, and I could be wrong with this. This is not just a me decision, but I think the way I'm leaning towards it myself is higher variance from boss to boss in both how, like what percentage, like right now it's about the ward bar fills, and the ward bar is about 75% of the boss's health pool. And then it decays more. So I think I think I'd like to see the decay ramp increase. So the speed at which the ward decays at increase faster, as like I want the curve of increase rate to grow faster. It's confusing, but I think it would basically mean as you're getting like. It would cap out the time the ward's going to sit there a little bit lower.
It would decrease quicker,
but would have a lower, but wouldn't change too much the impact that the ward has on builds that are really pumping up the damage and are just getting through the ward themselves already. I think I'd like to see a higher variance in the. This is all stuff that we have to debate in the design meeting and everything, and it's way more than just me. But this is what I'm going to talk about in it when we talk about it next. Also having a slightly higher variance in the ward amount relative to the health amount. So like some enemies getting a ton of ward and having not much health, some enemies having a ton of health and not much ward. You know, having it be less strictly linked. I think it'll be good.
Moving on to new skills.
Right, I find new skills are what makes people most excited, but because of the way skills work in LE, I think that it'd be hard to consistently make new skills. Are there plans on making generic skills sort of ease the workload? We have talked about doing generic skills in the past. One of our core design pillars is class identity, and having generic skills does butt right up against that. We almost did a skill tree for evade, as this would have been the first generic skill tree that went into the game. We were very close on doing that, and like obviously we didn't do that. But yeah, so it's something that we've definitely considered, and we are getting quite a bit quicker at making awesome skill trees. We also have some other stuff that's going to work into this well that I can't talk about right now.
Skill sigils? He's for sure talking about skill sigils, which roadmap says 1.4, because earlier in the stream he said he's already working on skill sigils. Sorry.
Yeah, you bring up a good concern that we've been and a problem that we've been working on alleviating for years now. So I'm confident in our ability to keep pushing new skills in as we go. I know we didn't have any last patch, and that's going to change going forward. You're going to start to see new skills again. I'm actually Monday morning. First thing I'm going to do is start prototyping or continue prototyping a skill. Because the person who started it's going on holidays.
I wish EHG just gave us a little tidbit, whether it's the class or the mastery or a new void skill, a new something. Get the conversation going. Last but not least, this is a question from me, and this is about the new stash tab priority system and how it is going to work when a cycle ends. So I'm allow Mike to answer this question and take out this video. First, please like, share, and subscribe if you think I have earned it. Make sure you check out the Discord right now in general chat, announcements, and Last Epoch. My brand new treasure hunt race sign up is there. We already have almost 60 members signed up for the September 19th event. It's going to be so much fun. I will link the video announcement for the new community event at the end of this video. Best way to support is Patreon as well. Thank you to the Crimson Market for sponsoring today's video, and the community unofficially keeps pushing me to maybe do a subathon on September 19th. I promised everybody one more subathon for this year if we hit a goal, our Twitch Partner Plus goal, which we achieved. So we said Path of Exile to November 15th, but now I'm thinking maybe September 19th for the LE event. So listen out for that. Maybe subathon is coming in 5 freaking days, which is like giving me heart palpitations. All right, Mike, take it away.
All right, hi Mike. Let's say I spend 20-ish hours setting up a 100 priority tab in cycle. What happens when the cycle ends? Oh, good question. I think so this isn't going to be an issue until Q1 of 2025, but it's a good thing you're bringing it up now because it will be an issue then, and I hope it's an issue that we can resolve. So right now what will happen is exactly what happens to the other stash tab properties. For example, like all the stash tabs get sent to legacy. They are remove only tabs, and therefore suddenly the priority settings don't matter at all because they're remove only. You can't put anything into them, and the priority only affects putting stuff into them. So that all of that just poof goes away, which is a problem. And I think it's the same problem we have right now when stash cycles roll over, and you have to reset up the names and the icons and the colors and all those sorts of things. So having a stash layout where I think this is the requested feature we get a lot, and there's nothing, I don't think there's anything that we're like opposed to with this, but probably just need to find time and figure out how to do it type thing, would be having new tabs automatically gain the properties of the tabs that were there before. I think that's the typically underlying request that's here. Oh, hi, Aaron, it's you. Yes, I know this is the underlying request that's here. Didn't even see. And I think if we can find a way to make that happen, I think it'd be really positive change. But it's not going to be an issue until next year.